America is the product of a bold idea, the belief that people should be free, free to say what they think, free to practice their religion, free to work hard, free to pursue opportunity. Abraham Lincoln said this nation was conceived in liberty and dedicated to the proposition that all men are created equal. In many ways, that was more an idea than a reality when he spoke. But those words gave us a direction. They gave every generation a destination to head toward. Every generation has done its part to move this country closer to that ideal. Abolishing slavery, expanding the right to vote, defending freedom of speech, and more. It's now my generation's turn. What we do in the next few decades will determine what kind of republic we leave to the generations that follow. So how do we preserve it? I think the first step is easy. We need to stay involved. A republic only functions when the average citizen pays attention. If we don't know our system works or don't care about what's happening in our government, we quit our responsibilities. Staying involved doesn't mean ignoring the problems. It doesn't mean pretending everything is perfect. But it does mean believing the United States is worth making better. It means showing up, learning what's going on, and speaking up when things need to change. Another way to preserve our republic is to defend our rights. Our freedoms are not guaranteed. They only endure if we exercise them. Freedom of speech, freedom of religion, the right to vote, and the right to start a business. These are the pillars of a free society. My generation can defend these rights by voting in every election, by listening to people with different opinions, and by practicing civility even during tough debates. When we stand up, not just for our own freedoms, but for the freedom of others, we preserve the health of our republic. A third way to preserve our republic is to defend the free enterprise system. The opportunity to work hard and build something from nothing has been one of America's great strengths for 250 years. Millions of people have come here from around the world and around the nation because they believed in the chance for a fair shot. No guarantees, just an opportunity. Free enterprise has created inventions, new industries, and new jobs. My generation can keep that entrepreneurial spirit alive by being innovative, by taking smart risks, and by working hard. A limited government doesn't mean no government. It means a government that doesn't trample our rights, but instead leaves us free to chase our dreams. Another important part of preserving our republic is understanding our history. If we forget our history, we lose our sense of direction. American history has been full of achievements and failures, progress and setbacks, but it also shows us how far we've come and how much is possible when people stand up for what is right. When we study history honestly and openly, we realize that America has never been a perfect union. American history is a story of regular citizens, young and old, who have found ways to move the country forward. That means my generation can do the same. We also preserve our republic by learning to work together, even in the face of disagreements. Today, it often seems like our country is more divided than ever, but disagreement isn't the problem. It's lack of respect that comes along with it. Freedom means having different ideas. The thing that's dangerous is when we stop listening or when we start treating each other as enemies. My generation can set an example by making a choice to disagree with respect. We can listen first and respond. We can look for solutions instead of trying to win arguments. When we learn to cooperate, we protect the principles that make a republic possible. Finally, we preserve our republic by taking responsibility. Freedom only works when people act responsibly. That means staying informed, being honest, serving our communities, and being a good example for others. It means thinking for ourselves instead of letting Facebook decide for us. It means working hard and trying to be the kind of citizens that make the country stronger. When the founding of the United States was still new, Benjamin Franklin was asked what kind of government the founders had created. His reply was simple: a republic, if you can keep it. His point was obvious. A republic is not something you can take for granted. It is delicate and can be easily destroyed. It requires citizens who value freedom, who stay involved, and who choose to move the country forward. So can we keep it? I believe we can. My generation has grown up in a rapidly changing world. We know how to adapt and we know how to communicate. We know how to think for ourselves. We care about fairness and opportunity. We also value freedom. And we have a future to build that we want to be proud of. If we stay involved, we protect our rights, if we support free enterprise and the entrepreneurial spirit, if we learn from our history, if we learn to work together, if we take responsibility for our actions, then yes, we can keep our republic, and not just keep it, but make it stronger for the next 250 years to come.